2013 Triumph Tiger Explorer 1200 dashboard. Switch the key on, and you have the menu button here, and it will cycle through the main settings. So press once, it goes to trip 2, press once again, outside temperature, and the setup. So in trip menu 1, you can use the arrow keys here to go through them. So if you press down, it will show the trip 1 kilometers you have done since last reset, and it will show you since the last reset how many kilometers you can go. Actually, not from the last reset, so it just tells you how much gas you have in the tank and how many kilometers you can do. So it doesn't matter if it's reset or not. It just tells you how much you can do with the current fuel. And since reset of trip 1, how long have you been riding? So 1 hour 39 minutes. Average fuel consumption 7.0 liters. You can do 100 kilometers, and this is the when you're running, when the bike is running, you can see it, the variable fuel consumption there, and the average speed you have done, and that one is for cruise control. So when you set your cruise control, that value will show here. And finally the odometer, so total kilometers of the bike. So if you go back to trip 2, it says 281 kilometers you can do for the current fuel in the tank, and 1 hour 39 because I reset trip 1 and trip 2 at the same time. Average speed, average fuel consumption, variable fuel consumption, average speed, and cruise control setting for trip 2, and auto. And if you go to the next one, it shows the outside temperature and setup. So setup, once you're on setup, so you change from this button and you're on setup, and you click arrow down and you get ABS. You can select by clicking this one, and on button will flash. You can switch it off, switch it on, and when you switch off the bike and switch it on again, it will reset to default, which is ABS on. And we go to TTC is traction control. So there's 3 settings. We can cycle through it by so we're on traction control, select with this button, and the number 1 will flash. So it's the highest traction control, off, and number 2. So number 2 is less interference, and number 1 is high interference and off. And when it's off, the traction control light will turn on, and you can switch it back on. I'll leave it on anyway, it's set to default. And then ABS, we went through there, and then time select. So the time, it's yeah, you can set it by click on this button, and then it will ask you if it's 12 hours or 24 hours. So you select 12, and yeah, like pretty much cycle through menu button, hours, minutes, and that's it. And then you can go traction control, we went units. So it's do you want miles per gallon, like metric, or the other one, imperial, I think. And yeah, so those are the settings. And then we have indicator, so automatic indicator off or on. So right now it's manual, you can switch to auto, and when the signal lights are on, it will switch off in like maybe 5 seconds or something. It will automatically cancel the signal lights. And then the service notification and return. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the menu of this model. So if you have more options like tire sensors and heated seats, heated grips, those things will show up here as well.